Is she about to literally hand him the keys to the kingdom?
Just give him the keys
The
to.
keys to the kingdom.
Ugh.
Welcome to another episode of Lynn's View. I'm Lynn,
I'm Jay.
and today is both a good day and a bad day.
A bad day.
A very bad day. It is episode 6 of Dead City, the last episode of the season.
The last one.
Let's start off with last week. What happened last week? We found out what we already knew. Well, I knew. Maggie's a liar.
Big
She's lying
liar.
about the grain the entire
The
time.
entire time. And you know, it makes so much sense. Because the Croat, say what you want about him, he doesn't really seem devious like that. Like, oh, I'm just gonna show up and steal your grain.
Yeah,
It seems more like, hey, I got a plan. I need you to be a part. I need to make you be a part of it where you fit in.
right.
You know,
And I was right about him being happy to see Negan.
those two
He
two
was so
predictions he
happy
got
to be with Negan again.
to be back with his father.
Oh my god, he does act like Negan's his dad. That's so weird.
Well, he just wants him to be proud of him. It's like, you meet someone you respect,
Hmm.
and then you're like, okay, I want them to, you sit up a little straighter, and
Yeah.
you fix your posture, which is the same thing as what I just said a second ago.
Okay, we got to meet the Dama. Lisa Emery. I finally figured out her name.
Lisa, shout out to you. Great
Yeah,
job.
I told you they need. I did not believe the Croat was the ringleader. He
Mm,
seemed like someone who needed to follow. He's not interested in being the leader. He
no.
wants to be someone's right hand man.
Well, I think it's less that I think it's even less than that he wants to be a right hand man. I
Mhm.
think he wants to get stuff done, and whether he has to lead or follow, he's fine with that.
Yeah, I think he's fine with leading
Mhm.
as long as he's not leading.
As long as he doesn't have to do it. Like if he's got a
Right.
good leader,
Hmm.
he'll be fine. But if they're incompetent, I feel like he would overthrow them in an instant.
Right. Right. And what
Can't
else?
be building methane labs out of human bodies and following an idiot.
I mean, he's like Walter White
Well,
over here. Yeah, unfortunately.
Tommaso, his last words were, I messed it all up. Like that's miserable.
Yeah, he died knowing you screwed everybody.
That's the whole part.
Okay, and then we also saw Jenny basically confronted Maggie or left her a little nasty note,
Yeah,
painted in blood on the walls of
a
the sewer.
nasty gram.
Liar.
Lie.
She has shot off a flare in hopes that Negan will see it. So we'll see if Negan doesn't. No, he did see it, but we'll see if he finds her before the Croat and everyone else does, because everyone can see that flare. Um,
Mm.
Predictions.
Oh
Oh
well,
wait. Oh wait. Yeah. Before
before we get
that,
to the prediction for this episode,
yeah, I'm gonna need that.
she did win the most predictions. I think ended up being like 5 or 6 when we counted it
Yeah.
up. She nailed a lot last episode, so she does get the Coke in a nice ice cold can. All right, let's
So
keep it moving.
predictions for this final episode of season 1.
So I'm thinking that Negan doesn't see her. I think Maggie finds Negan first.
Hmm.
Because I can't see a world where Negan would separate himself from her where they are now.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, unless he stores her with. Okay, new prediction.
Okay.
He does find her. I do think Maggie finds him first. He does find her, and he stows her with the marshal.
Okay.
Because you say what you want about the marshal, he can be trusted with what he does.
That is true.
Okay,
He is nothing if not dedicated to his craft.
he's dedicated to his craft, so I see him putting her with the marshal. He confronts Maggie. I think that he finds the dinosaur in Maggie's bag before he meets Ginny. He sees Ginny. And that's what the thing's about. I do feel like the Croat's going to be a big part of season 2, so this is less of a prediction and more of a hope that him and Negan partner up.
Okay.
One more thing.
Uh-huh.
What's her name? The lady.
The Dama.
Thank you. Feel like she's gonna die this episode.
I feel that would be extremely premature and Scott Gimple like. So think that's gonna happen.
Okay.
You do not kill a woman like Lisa Emery, like any character she ever plays. You do not kill her off until the series is freaking over.
Well, it's episode
She
6, so the
no, there's gonna be more
season's over.
seasons. There's going to be more seasons. Even though they haven't announced it yet,
Mhm.
I know it's coming. And Lisa Emery
Sure.
is an actor. You don't kill off her characters until the very end. This woman is electric on film.
Oh, you're right.
She is amazing. So they better not. I feel like they got her for this specific reason
What
because
specific
she
reason?
can play a true villain. The Croat has been revealed. He is not a true villain.
Sounds like he's got mommy and daddy
He
issues.
he I wanna know his history. Like, how did he grow up? Because he does have mommy and daddy
Yeah,
issues.
both of
So,
them.
so I think they'll both survive this episode.
Okay, okay.
I think in the end, when it's all said and done, maybe it take a couple seasons, but the Croat is going to end up either sacrificing himself for Negan against the Dama,
Mm.
or he's going to kill the Dama right before he dies himself. All right, and then also we thought that Herschel would want to
Oh, yeah,
he
be
would
part of the community.
he'd want to stay and be part of the community where the Croat and the Dama are. We
Well,
think
they've
he's
got
going to
running
turn,
power.
huh?
They've got running power.
They've got running power, and he doesn't have his mom constantly on his damn back, like he was saying before.
I
um,
mean, yeah.
yeah. Negan is going to find out the betrayal. I think too that he might see the dinosaur, or maybe the Croat tells him, Maggie did this. Um, let's see. I thought too that someone would die, but I don't know who would die in this
Who's
episode.
left?
Who's left? Everyone else, including the marshal, they need to live. I feel like the marshal is going to play a bigger part, or he could play a bigger
He
part.
could. He's got enough backstory that still hasn't been told and more character to undig. And I think that
Mhm.
when they decide to flip him eventually to where he's no longer that so rigid, morally rigid character, I feel like he could be a real
Asset.
asset. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I guess that's it for the predictions. Uh, ready?
I was making faces. Yeah.
Little brothers. What are you gonna do with them? Okay.
All right, let's start.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Maggie,
Oh, there's the whistle.
Oh, well, that prediction is a bust. No. Aww.
what are you doing here? How the hell did you get here?
Jenny! Jenny!
Uh-uh. Yeah, don't tell on me, please. Don't tell on me.
Why? He's like,
You
wait
know
a
about
minute.
this?
Yeah.
Mm,
She just turned up at the arena.
okay.
You can't be here. You hear me? I can't protect you and help Maggie. There was a plan. Her and I, we come here, we get Herschel. You stay with
She's
her
so
people where
scared.
you're safe. That was the whole goddamn point. That you stay safe, and you know that, Jenny.
He's confused.
Back.
Point one for you.
Finish what you started. I killed your dad.
No, he didn't.
Ooh.
No, he didn't. He's just saying this to make her leave.
You?
Nah, he did that.
You're just a debt that I had to pay.
No, I don't believe him. I don't believe him. I still think she killed her own dad.
I got you. Come on, let's go.
And I think she.
He can't keep up with her. That gimp leg. Come on, Maggie.
She's too much of a coward.
Back there. That couldn't have been easy. You think the plan's gonna work?
I'll say this, he was surprisingly glad to see my ass.
Croat tearing up the streets.
That's a nice car too.
do you think she was trying to tell me?
I don't know, maybe she knew that you'd be mad at her for coming and just wanted to explain herself.
Nah, he looks just like the Negan we got introduced
Yep.
to. Terror.
Really? Really, Maggie?
Why though?
Dang.
Yeah, run.
We don't have to do this.
He's pleading with her not to do it.
Yeah. Punch her. Uppercut. Messed up his leather jacket and
Man.
everything. Oh, now see, now he's mad. Oh yeah, obviously, Maggie. I'm sure that hurt.
Drop it. The
Crazy
shit
thing is, if you
Maggie,
would just asked me.
we could have done it. We could have saved Hershel. Because you and I together, we make one hell of a badass team. But you know that, don't you?
Yeah.
Maybe some
And she
part of
hates
you
it.
always wanted it to end this way. It doesn't matter what excuses I give you or how many apologies I offer. You can't get over it. And you shouldn't.
This man is so freaking reasonable.
He's a saint, really. In the zombie apocalypse, it doesn't get more saintly than that.
Okay, well,
She's already stabbed him.
and now the Barazzi are here.
She stabbed him.
Really?
Aw, she's a sweet kid.
I really don't think he killed her dad.
I don't think so either.
She left Negan's shirt.
Aw, oh, so maybe she does believe it.
Or maybe she's just hurt.
Aw.
Welcome home.
What's gonna keep her
So
kid?
the whole hooking up with Amaya's people was basically for nothing. Was she trying to pretend like she was scared of the crow rat or something? And just I don't understand what Maggie's doing right now. I really don't. What was the whole point of this? They could have just went straight to the crow rat.
Maggie's erratic because her son's missing. It's the only thing that tethers her to reality. If Hershel was gone, she'd be a schizo. Very fine schizo with a nice body, but I like to take to the movies.
Good Lord. He doesn't look very happy to see her.
He doesn't. He looks confused.
How do we do this?
Well, we both want the same thing, no?
No. I feel like all that hatred and stuff, like I said, she put into him. I think it comes a point where it backfires on you.
Well, of course. You know, you do things you're not proud of.
See you, kid.
Oh. Walk on the grass.
Oh, is he gonna make a report?
I don't know, but he has no choice but to go back to Babylon. New Babylon, whatever you call it.
Well, if his
That's where his
family's there,
family
right?
is.
His family's there.
It was like a maze full of sculptures made up of whatever they could find, I guess. But I tracked him down. I shot him,
You're not a good liar.
killed him.
He's not a good liar.
Let him finish.
What is this? We won the world, girls.
Wanted to.
All these girls in
Back
charge.
to my boat. Car was where I left it. Enough ethanol to get me home in one straight shot.
Shame you had to shoot him, though. Marjorie, Bee, and Desi? Don't worry, we looked out for him while you were gone.
This show does not like
I should
kids.
pay him a visit. Let him know all about their daddy's heroics. How hard he works to protect our body politic. So what I'd like you to do Marshall. I'd like you to tell me your story again. And this time, I want you to tell me all about the methane.
I hope that you know
I was fine.
that's because you're
All
brave.
we could do back home was wait for the next bad thing to happen. If anything, I felt safer back there.
Half a point.
She is confused.
It's
You
her
do what you
fault.
want with it.
You know why? He needs a strong male role model in his
Having you
life.
back.
No. She's put
There
all
are
his
not
fear,
words I
all
can
her fears
use to
on him.
express how glad I am.
Glad?
Of course.
Seemed like you cared more about, I don't know, revenge or whatever. It's like my whole life you've been looking over my shoulder, watching for him, waiting for him.
That is not true.
Well, you never see me.
Dang. I guess he did want to stay with the Croat from the Dama.
They had central heating.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, remember Negan. Remember that's all he wanted to see in New York. Statue of Liberty.
New prediction. Jenny, Hershel, run away back to New York.
Season 2? Maybe.
At the end of this episode.
No, not enough time.
But it doesn't work that way. Because you just end up losing what you got. And I don't want to keep doing that anymore.
It's so funny because I did a video, I haven't been able to upload it, about how she's lost so many. She's lost, by the time she met Glenn, she had lost 3 people. And her whole arc has been her concerned about losing other people, and she's holding on so hard she's losing everybody anyway, even if they're not actually dead. And she just said it.
Good character analysis.
Yeah.
I never imagined I'd find another home with someone after you. I can't wait for you to meet her. Like mommy and daddy coming together. You know?
Yes.
Brilliance.
Mommy and daddy.
Why is she being like that to him, though?
Of course.
He's an annoyance, though.
He's not even annoying.
Can he crawl out of both their butts?
It's called love.
God. He's like a sponge. Sit.
No, I'm good. I have a funky cramp in my leg, bugging the shit out of me.
I hear brandy is good for cramps.
You might want to take that drink there, Negan.
He's trying to see how much power he has with her.
Probably.
What is this?
Don't tell me you're spooked by the cops.
The island needs leadership now more than ever. Someone with confidence, fearlessness, charisma. That special, shall we say, political talent. For what is politics, if not performance?
Is she about to literally hand him the keys to the kingdom?
Just give him the keys to...
The keys to the kingdom. But how can I be sure? Maybe you're not the man you used to be. Maybe you never were.
Maybe.
It's a present.
What the hell is that?
Is it tip of a finger? She's insane.
My former guest and I had a lot of talks. He told me this story of a man who murdered his father, not just in front of his mother, but him, the unborn baby in her belly. No, I eventually let him go in exchange for you. But I kept a little piece of him. And I can always go back for more.
I told you this. Told you she was crazy.
Hey, he drinks the brandy.
I told you she crazy.
A lot to discuss.
They picked the right freaking person.
Plan for.
Yeah. My God. I dig it.
I was gonna say, what did you think of the episode overall? On a scale of 1 to 10.
I would put that the beginning I'll put at an 8. The middle I think kind of slumped a little bit around like 6, 7. And then the ending I would say was a nice 10. I think that was a great way to end the season. Because it did everything that we expected it to do. It put the characters into perspective for the second season. So Croat is going to be an ally. I mean, as far as we can tell. Hershel and Maggie now have a reason to have to come back to New York, as well as the Marshal, right? So I think it was just a really good way to wrap up. And honestly, I feel like for 6 episodes, it wasn't too much, it wasn't too little. I think it was a
just
good
the right amount.
Yeah, it was a good fit for 6 episodes. Like, you know, sometimes like shows try to really cram stuff in, or they waste time on things. It was perfect. And I'm happy that Doma didn't get killed. I was feeling like she had to.
No,
because
not yet.
Well, obviously you know that now.
No, obviously I'm telling you, they didn't bring Lisa Emery in just for, you know, a 1 arc season and 2 episodes. No,
I guess that's
no,
the point.
you don't waste Lisa Emery's time like that, okay? Jenny, we haven't talked about Jenny.
I want to know what she was gonna say.
She said, I want you to, I don't know, why didn't he let her finish? I wanted to hear what she had to say. I truly believe that Negan did not kill her father. I don't think he was one of those guys. I think she actually knows what happened to her father, and she only left because she realized Negan was saying something so horrible to get rid of her, and she's mad at him for it. So she left.
Well, that does track me. She's a teenage girl. Even if she doesn't believe that, which we know she's smart, we know she's observant, we know she knows things that haven't been disclosed. So yeah, that's entirely possible. She could just be mad at him.
I don't know, but I think in season 2, her and Hershel will definitely become close.
Do you think she might have the first conversation with Hershel?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's no other reason. They're both at the bricks. They're both kind of wallflowers, it kind of seems, with all consumed with their emotions.
I don't think Hershel's a wallflower. I think he is consumed with his emotions. But I feel like Hershel could be like, he could turn into like a Carl.
But I think it's funny is he told his mom, all you care about is revenge. And what a lot of people were worried about or were thinking about was that Hershel was going to be the one to kill Negan and he was going to be so angry. But in truth, Hershel never knew his dad. And yes, that could be upsetting to a kid, but you don't have that, like what Maggie has, that rage to where it was literally done in front of you. You saw it with your own eyes. Like, he doesn't have that. All of that non-good energy she has,
oh my God,
displaced onto her son.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's feeling it. He even said it. You don't see me. Like, I'm right here and you don't see me. It's like you looking over my shoulder, just always waiting for him, always looking for him.
I think one of the reasons Hershel doesn't have that now is because of his encounter with Negan when he was younger. And Negan told him, hey, when you're ready,
come see me.
Come see me.
And also when he was trading himself, like he literally saw Negan trade himself to save him. And then he says, good to see you, kid. Like, it's hard to I think bring those two things together. This is the guy who killed my dad, and then this is the guy who's been so nice to me, or being nice to me. The monster that Maggie's built up, all this big image of him, is not lining up.
Yeah, but to be fair, it was a hell of an image from their first introduction to Negan.
And I don't care what anyone says, Glenn had it coming.
I love the Croats characters. I think that other than Rick, Carl, Negan, and Dale, obviously Matt. I think he's the best character that's been introduced in the whole Walking Dead series so far.
He is, except with the exception of Negan. In Alpha, I really feel like Negan's right about. She's like when he told her like, basically we're good together. Like we're a good team, and you hate it. Know it and you hate it. Yeah. Okay. It's like half the time you don't know whether she's like gonna make out with him or like stab him like she did.
She did stab him though. I gotta give props to Negan because
he could have destroyed her. He could have killed her.
He could have wrecked her. He could have given her a cross, an uppercut. He could have thrown her to the zombies instead of kicking her on the foam sheets.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he is right. He doesn't deserve forgiveness for what he did to her. He really doesn't. I mean, you can say justification and that he was in the right, whatever. I get that. But he did steal her one hope of actual happiness.
He didn't know. He didn't actually know. He did not actually know until freaking Glenn's head has like a freaking...
It had like the
know that they were together. Yes, Glenn tried to attack him when he was like, maybe I should put you out of your misery. But that could have been anybody he did that for. But it wasn't until Maggie, I'll find you. Maggie goes, oh man, I can see this is really hard for you. I mean, he couldn't just stop. I mean, Glenn was already a goner. You gotta just finish the job.
Put him out of his misery.
Just finish the job.
Yeah.
I think Negan will quickly and uncomfortably settle into this new position, if only to keep the Dama away from Hershel. Like, he can't bring Glenn back, but he can do what he can to protect Glenn's boy.
Oh,
get to see Maggie swinging the bat.
Ooh, that'd be good.
See Maggie swinging the bat.
Yeah, and then she could be like his number 2 when they finally off the Doma.
She should bat the Dama.
I'm for it. I'm here for
let's
it.
bat the Dama. Hashtag bash the Dama.
That's gonna be your first merch, your first shirt.
Hashtag bat the Dama.
Bat the Dama. I love it.
Yeah. Overall, great episode.
Fantastic.
I get 8 out
of 10.
So we still have to do the reaction to the Daryl Dixon spinoff.
Yeah. Absolutely.
The trailer. That's supposed to come out early September, I believe.
Oh, that far away. Okay.
Yeah. So early September, will the first season will premiere, and but we need to do the trailer. I guess we'll be reacting to the trailer on Sunday.
We'll do that on Sunday. Yeah.
I've stayed away from most of the spoilers. Something slipped up. I'm not going to say it now, but something slipped up, and I'm so angry that I know about this. But I can't unsubscribe from all my Walking Dead stuff. I mean, something.
Well, of course not.
But so while we're waiting, we're going to be reacting to The Last of Us. I have never seen or played The Last of Us, so I think it's about zombies.
We will just watch it and see what happens.
We'll watch it and see what happens.
Yeah. So that's gonna be starting next week.
Next week, we're going to start reacting to All of Us Are Dead.
The Last of Us.
Thinking about All of Us Are Dead because I'm so excited for that show too.
Okay, I was confused. I was like, wait a minute.
All right, that's all for this episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment what you thought about the episode. If you agree with our analysis and predictions for season 2.
Who's your favorite character from this season?
Right, it's definitely not Maggie. I don't like her. I do not like her right now. But the Croat was amazing. The Dama,
always love Maggie.
Amazing. But so yeah, just drop your comments below. Let us know what you think.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's it.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. We're out.
Peace.